This episode of Financewize is sponsored by Sanlam Namibia Holdings. Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Financewize, the show that empowers you to make informed decisions about your money. I'm Dante Costumi Malani, and in today's episode, we'll be looking at dread disease cover. Diseases such as cancer, heart attack, and stroke still strike fear into our hearts, partly because we have no idea what would happen if we did get these or any other critical diseases. The good news is we've got a good chance of surviving them due to the giant leaps we've made in medical science. The worrying part is, can you financially afford to live? But before we delve deeper into this topic, let's see what ordinary Namibians have to say about dread disease cover.
Can you guess how much a heart transplant costs?
Like in Namibia?
Yes, in Namibia.
Let me see, about 70 grand, 70,000, perhaps, probably, I'm not sure.
Most probably hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It must be really expensive, maybe like 80, 90,000. Or maybe even 100. It's really, I know it should be expensive. Yeah, so, yeah.
Can I guess around 80,000 there, somewhere there.
Can you guess how much it costs to have a heart transplant?
Almost 400,000.
If you were to have a heart transplant, where would you get the money for it?
If you don't have families who can really support you, so then you will run for donors around.
My gosh, I'll probably go to the banks and try and get a loan or plead, I don't know, the government, maybe the Ministry of Health to maybe, sponsor or something.
I'll ask the relatives, friends, and as well as the nation if there's somebody who's willing to help me out.
I know that it's difficult. It's very difficult for everyone to have heart transplants, so people get donations most probably. I mean, I know I wouldn't have the money to get one all by myself.
I would ask for sponsors, say charity. I would rather do charity work for my own to have a heart transplant.
I'd ask around, try get funds from family, friends. That's that.
Have you heard about dread disease cover?
No, never.
No, dread disease cover, dread diseases such as those sudden diseases that just come up that you never maybe even had a sign. But I haven't heard about the cover, but I've just heard about dread disease.
Have you heard about dread disease cover?
No.
No, I didn't. I haven't.
No.
No, no, I haven't heard of it.
Serious diseases usually strike without any warning, whether you suffer a heart attack, fall victim to cancer, need an organ transplant, or lose your eyesight or hearing. You may not necessarily be medically unable to continue working, and therefore may not be able to claim disability cover. It is exactly at times such as these that you need extra cash, and dread disease cover is what you need to generate that cash. A serious illness comes with hefty expenses not covered by your medical aid, such as traveling for treatment, lifestyle changes, home nursing, and other costs. Additionally, contracting one of these dreaded illnesses will have an impact on your ability to get further life insurance, bond applications, and business loans, because banks usually won't provide financing without the security of life insurance. The next training clip looks at dread disease cover in more detail. Dread disease cover is a form of insurance that you take to cover you from specified risks resulting from serious illness. Dread disease refers to a list of serious illnesses, for example, cancer, stroke, or heart attack. Dread disease cover insures you against the effects of these serious illnesses taking place. Should you be diagnosed with any of these illnesses, the assurer, such as the Sanlam Namibia, will pay out a lump sum amount. Should any of the serious illnesses strike you, your medical scheme might not cover all the costs. You will therefore need money to pay additional medical accounts. It may benefit you to remain in bed for longer rather than slowing down your recovery by returning to work too soon. Your savings account will possibly not be sufficient to carry you financially until you make a full recovery. Any other additional medical costs and treatment in a recuperation clinic are part of the expenses you should provide for. Other expenses include professional medical care at home, childcare, and long leave to regain one's strength. Your basic expenses such as a home loan or car payments will still be there even when you are seriously ill. We spoke to professionals at Sanlam Namibia Holding to better understand dread disease cover.
My name is Dagmar Kessler. I'm a financial advisor at Sanlam Namibia and have been with the company for the past 5.5 years. I specialize in providing professional and sound financial advice to individuals. My focus areas are retirement planning and wealth creation. As I have a German background, I serve a German clientele and also love to empower women. With Sanlam Namibia, 2 variations of dread disease cover are available. The one is core dread disease and the other comprehensive dread disease cover. With core dread disease, you will receive a full or partial payment of the amount insured. It covers cancer, stroke, coronary artery bypass graft and myocardial infarction. Comprehensive dread disease covers a more extensive list of medical conditions. Under comprehensive dread disease, you will receive a full or partial lump sum payment of the amount insured should you be diagnosed with or should you have treatment received for cancer, heart attack, stroke, blindness, an organ transplant, chronic kidney failure, bypass operation and angioplasty, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, loss of use of a limb due to medical causes, malignant brain tumor, lung embolism, total deafness, accidental full-blown AIDS and Alzheimer's disease. Yes, indeed, dread disease cover from Sanlam Namibia can be taken alone to form the basic policy or can be taken together with life cover, accidental death or injury cover, physical impairment cover, functional impairment cover, disability cover, funeral cover or savings benefits. Should you be interested in dread disease cover, you can contact a professional financial advisor such as myself, any other Sanlam Namibia financial advisor or broker, or alternatively visit any Sanlam Namibia office.
Isn't it reassuring to know that as you're thinking,
This is it, the love of my life.
We're thinking life cover. When you're thinking,
maybe he'll be a doctor.
we're thinking provision for education. That while you're thinking, I'm doing all the work, or perhaps,
I'm doing all the work.
we're thinking retirement planning. And as you're thinking,
Yes! All right!
we're thinking investments. Because the last thing on your mind is the first thing on ours. Sanlam, thinking ahead.
Sanlam Namibia Holdings is offering one lucky viewer an awesome prize, a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. All you have to do is answer the following question. Which product did we discuss in tonight's episode? Is it A, dread disease cover, B, illness cover, or C, sickness cover? SMS FW followed by your answer A, B, or C, your name and your town to 62221. That is 62221. Do not miss this opportunity to win yourself a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. The winner will be announced during the next Sanlam editions of Financewize. Today on CareerWise, we're chatting to Danny Vermeulen, who is the underwriter at Sanlam Namibia Holdings. He will inform us in detail about the career of an underwriter.
My name is Danny Vermeulen. I'm a medical underwriter at Sanlam. The main duties of an underwriter is we determine if the client that applies for cover at Sanlam is a risk for the company or not. This is a process. It starts with when we receive the application. We look at the client's medical status as well as his financial status. We also look at part-time activities like diving or flying. According to what we receive on the application, we then require certain medicals that the client must do, as well as depending on the amount of cover that the client is applying for, we can also request for more financial requirements. Once we received all the requirements that we requested, then we work through it. We do an assessment on the status of the client, his medical condition. We also look at his financial condition to determine if the client is not overinsured if he gets a policy. And according to all the information that we then gather, we make an assessment, and eventually we make a decision. We can either give the client the cover at standard rates, or with an exclusion, or with a loading. Loadings can be temporary. Some of the cancer conditions we can load the client temporarily. Let's say, for example, for 3 years or 4 years, and or it can be a permanent loading on the client, depending on the health status of the client. Financially, we can also restrict the cover if the client is already, according to his income, his occupation, his age. According to that, if the client has already got enough cover and is applying for more than he qualifies for, we can restrict the cover, or we can grant the cover according to what he applied for. Well, a basic grade 12 qualification will do. A preference with a subject of like biology, but the main thing about the underwriter is more like in-job training. You receive a lot of medical training as well as financial training, but the more experience you get, the better you will get in doing underwriting. It's a process that you go through. It is not a thing you do once and then you've got all the answers, because medical conditions, they change so much with all the new medicine on the market. So it's quite, a certain condition 5 years ago might have been rated as a very, very high risk condition. A few years down the line, with the improvement of treatments, certain conditions are now not as high risk as it was in the past. So you have to keep up to date with all the trends in the medical fraternity, and it's an ongoing process. You start off as a junior underwriter, and hopefully with time you can work yourself up to a senior underwriter. But medical training and financial training is the main points that you get training in. Oh, you have to be very patient, inquisitive. You have to have an eye for detail. You have to have good summarizing skills. And after you've got all the information, sometimes it can be quite a lot of information that you receive, so you have to work through all that. And at the end, you have to summarize and you have to make a decision. So you have to have a good, decisive decision-making skills as well.
We would like to thank Sanlam for allowing us to take a glimpse into professional careers in the insurance industry. Now that we have explored dread disease cover in detail, we look at this important service offered by Sanlam Namibia to its clients in practice. After all, at the end of the day, what matters is the service offered to clients.
Hello, baby. Yeah. I'm still at home, yeah. Just cleaning up, man. But I have some kind of pain in my back. I just don't know where it's coming from. This thing is getting bad, man. This is...
Mr. Peter.
Doctor.
How are you today, my patient?
Not really so good, but how are you?
I'm well. How is it at home? How's your wife doing?
She's fine. She doesn't know what to do because she also doesn't know what's going on with me. Hopefully you will tell. Yeah.
Well, I have your results here. It doesn't look too good. And the tests show that one of your kidneys have failed, and that's the terrible pain that you've been getting, and we're going to have an operation and remove that kidney.
I am serious, doctor.
I am very serious. But don't worry, everything is going to be fine. It's not such a complicated operation to have.
How much is this going to cost?
This is going to cost you a crazy amount of about 150,000.
Oh, no.
But, yeah.
Oh.
But you'll be fine.
Where am I going to get that kind of money?
I'll give you a bit of time to just think about what's happening now. All right?
Thank you, doctor.
Come in. You can take a seat there.
Thank you. Careful. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Well, listen, I have this problem.
Yes.
My husband had a kidney failure.
Yes.
And they said he needs to go for operation. but we need 100,000. So I want to know if the medical aid can actually cover for this.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, your name is Peter, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen you a couple of times around the offices. Let me just check the records what they are saying. Okay, all right. Unfortunately, we can only cover a fraction of that amount that you need for your operation.
How much is that fraction?
We can only 5%.
5%?
Yes.
From 100,000 Namibian dollars. You're only gonna... no, man. Where are we gonna get the rest of the money?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to answer you that.
No other alternatives that we
There's
can...
no...
The operation is 100,000 Namibian dollars. And you're only gonna cover 5% of it.
Yes, because that's the package you took with us.
This is ridiculous, man. Why do we have medical aid if you guys are doing this to us? What's the use then? What's the use of paying the medical aid?
Because that's the package that you took.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's no use, man. I think it's better you just close that thing. You should cancel my medical aid. I'm not gonna be with you guys anymore.
Unfortunately, it's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Alright, see you.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay.
Hi, sir. How you doing? May I have a sit?
Yes, sir. I'm actually here to inquire about something. My doctor told me recently that I'm gonna have a kidney transplant, and you know, for me it's really hard because of the cost that I have to pay. It's 100,000 Namibian dollars. I went to my medical aid company and I asked them maybe for help, like how they're gonna pay this, and they told me they can only pay a fraction of this amount. And really, I don't know where to find the rest of the money. Then now, because I remember I had some kind of policy. I think it was a dread disease cover. And I just wanted to inquire about it. How is it gonna work? Are you gonna help me pay this money, or
Okay.
what's gonna happen?
Mr. Peter, may I please have your policy number?
Okay, yeah. Let me just get it. It's 5. I'm going to go home so I can hold my baby.
Hello, Mr. Peter.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Fine, I guess.
How are you, madam?
Fine, thank you.
I've got good news for you. Your kidney is doing really well and adapting to the body. So you should be here for maybe 3-4 more days, and then you will be out. You will be discharged.
Yeah, it's great news, doctor.
Okay.
I'm glad you look good. You look healthy. So stay positive, and we'll send you for more observation to South Africa so you can get checked over.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
doctor.
very much, doctor.
I really appreciate it.
And you can have your husband back now.
I can't wait.
Thanks a lot.
See you. Take care.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. I thought you'd never
But
get
3
out.
more days.
Sanlam Namibia Holdings is offering one lucky viewer an awesome prize, a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. All you have to do is answer the following question. Which product did we discuss in tonight's episode? Is it A, dread disease cover, B, illness cover, or C, sickness cover? SMS FW followed by your answer A, B, or C, your name and your town to 62221. That is 62221. Do not miss this opportunity to win yourself a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. The winner will be announced during the next Sanlam editions of Financewize. Each and every one of us has a chance of experiencing a life-changing illness. Medical care can save you, but it can't save your wallet. You could live for many years but have severe financial pressures living with the effects of a life-changing event. You may not lose your life, but you could lose your life savings. Dread disease cover protects your lifestyle, retirement savings, and investment portfolio by providing you with the financial cushion you need to fully recover. Receiving a lump sum while you're recovering will most certainly help the healing process. I don't know about you, but for me, a 100,000 Namibian dollar check or more would be a lot better than a get well card. Please remember that the points made in this program are not meant to give you personal advice. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to financial planning. The point of this program is to give you a more tangible look at how an individual might implement the ideas discussed. There are many other alternatives out there, and we strongly encourage you to explore them and see what works best for you. Whatever you do, keep the principles we've discussed in mind and never stop trying to learn more. This is Dantagosimi Malani encouraging you to get finance-wise. See you next time. This episode of Financewize was brought to you by Sanlam Namibia Holdings.